So, Mudrock tier 2, Colossus tier 3, enemy attack up tier 2, enemy health up tier 2, attack down tier 1 because I don't have enough DPS. Health down tier 2 so my Suzerain doesn't die immediately. DP generation down tier 2. We have this plus 75% deploy rate. We also have 7 operators max, Tiles band, enemies have 25 res, we only have 1 rubble instead of 5, and we have 30% negative attack speed. If you can kill the golems reliably, feel free to pick that, but I can't. Not with my current setup at least, so here's the squad. We'll have Suitor as a primary way of holding off the early game as well as finishing off late game. Mudrock S3 for invulnerability and stunning. VD S1 mostly to hold. Saria S3 mainly to slow down and increase arts damage. Suzerain to help with healing as well as slowing the enemies. Standard Elysium with his generation. His slow is useful as well, of course, but mostly generation, I think. And we have Ifrit. For this composition, I don't think the slowing is that important. But I think the debuffing is useful, so you can use this as 2 if you feel like you need more damage. Not that there's much damage in the first place, since the only physical operator is Mudrock. Okay. DP. Get as much DP as you can. DP is the most important part of the early game. Just scrounge for it. You can beg, you can lie, you can steal, just scrounge for it. Okay. Look at that Colossus. Look at that sexy Colossus. Okay. After your second Elysium activation is where you want to pay attention. After, not during. After. Alright. Now, 1 speed. I want you to look at the Colossus. Look at the Colossus. 1, 2, sexy strat. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready? 6. Before he puts his 7th step, put down. There we go. It's perfect. Good timing. Look at that. Stun. Haha. Gotcha. I've got you now, Copper. Alright then. Fairly... Oh, what? Fairly standard from here. Both. Put Ifrit down. This is Cactus's Ifrit, it's not Alice. Alice Ifrit costs 34. Cactus costs 32, but the cost isn't that important. Not in this particular shed at least. So it's okay. Kill the one at the top and retreat. Just keep generating DP, it's fine. You can let this one pass since the bleed will kill him fairly reliably. It's just a DP game at this point. Put down your Mudrock. When they're at the front, activate Suzerain and Ifrit at the same time. Suzerain is activated mostly to help time when Mudrock should use her S2. So don't worry about that too much. Meanwhile, DP game, make sure you get as much DP as you can. It's very important. It's fairly important. Otherwise, your Suzerain might die if you're not careful with it. Alright, right as Suzerain's skill ends, when she lands back on the floor, back to Earth, okay, you activate her skill. That way you keep a consistent slow aura around. It's perfect. It's perfection. Yes. Fluffy tail. I like fluffy tail. Alright, after one more Elysium activation, DP won't be important anymore. This will be the last one before we retreat him for good. It's fine. Okay, retreat for good. Alright, next one. Activate Saria as well as Ifrit. That way, while Ifrit lane burns the hammer man on the right, he gets slowed by Saria, so he gets slightly longer burn duration. And at the same time, you burn up the hammer bro approaching Mudrock here. Two-pronged. It attacks both targets, so it's perfect. It's perfection. If you've done your VD placement correctly, she should be able to hold them off fairly well. Fairly well. Next important thing is, what's that called? On the box over here to the bottom right, you'll see a unit come out. Right as his foot exits the box, that's when you want to use Mudrock's skill. Pay attention to the bottom right there. Watch for the bottom right. Once his foot's out of the door, whoop, there it is. Activate skill. Beautiful. There we go. That way you keep the unit on the right here stunned for a little bit. Let him bleed out. That way it won't arrive before Mudrock quickly and deplete the shield. Calculated. It's calculated. Ah, it's wonderful. Alright. Next up. After Suzerain fires a second time, right as she starts spewing flames. And now use your third skill. Very nice. Kill this thing with just Ifrit S3 alone. It's fine, it's fine. VD still holding her own. Very nice. Very nice. Same scenario here. There'll be another unit coming from the right. You want to time your skill for when it arrives. Foot out the door. Whoop. And use your skill. Perfection. Don't put Suitor down early. Put her down after Mudrock activates. Very nice. That way you won't have the caster attack Suitor prematurely. Ahead of time. Whatever you call that. Another thing with it is I noticed that the soldiers at the bottom right often eat up precious attacks from Suzerain, so I like to use Elysium in order to block them. Very nice. And once they've reached about half box upwards, shoot them down with the cannon. We want to keep them down there as long as possible so they stop being annoying to the plan. The plan. Suzerain is attacked once. She attacks twice. She attacks a third time. Third time. And use skill. Use skill. Use skill. And use skill. You want to slow that caster down. You want to slow him down. So the moment it shoots at him, moment the water cannon shoots at him, activate Elysium skill. You can retreat the water cannon. That way you can slow time again. Very nice. Right as a skill comes up, you can use it immediately. Immediately. Don't wait on that. Just trigger it. Just trigger it. See how the caster next to Elysium died? Yes. That's more or less the whole point. Mud Rock activating will push them upwards a little bit in Suitor's range. Kill them both effectively. And there you go. Notice what timing Saria ended her skill. That extra 3 seconds from M3. That is so precious. I can't even begin to stress how important it is. Oh. Oh. We can keep her there. Retreat these. Alright. Suzuran, yeah, I'd retreat as well. Why not? Why not? Right now it's just a waiting game. Who will come up first? Mudrock will come up first. No. Suitor will come up first. Either way, it won't be fun when they come up, I guess. It never is. It never will be. Sad. Hmm. 456 attack. I never noticed that this thing had an attack as well. I just thought it was Vili's base attack. 564. Okay. But yeah, as long as you remember the pattern, the timing which to put Vili down, it should be fairly simple for the very first part. First part's not difficult at all, thankfully. Alright, pulse frame. Put Mudrock here. Activate skill. Start gathering up the DP. It's fine, it's fine. I'll put her here. And put her here, actually. Yeah. Eventually they'll desync though, so don't get comfortable. One of these Weedy attacks is going to stun only one of them and the other will start his attack, because of the way that Weedy's timing works. She's just slightly faster than them, to the point where they can get stunned before they even begin the attack. Like that. You see how that guy is raising his arm? Exactly like that. That's the part that screws me up the most. That's the part that screws me up the most. Okay. Retreat Weedy. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's fine. It's fine. 2 smacks. Fair. Another 2 more smacks. Okay. I hope they're in sync. They should be in sync. Do I have 80 seconds? I don't know. I don't know. Oh boy. I don't have to kill them, but trying to kill them is one of the mysteries I need to solve if I ever want to beat this stage. With this team higher than Risk22. I could always go for the 5 deployment limit one and go with like Thorns with Anji S2 and so on. I could. I'm just not sure if I should. But yeah, if Thorns activated her S3 there, I'd have more time. I would have stopped them for a good 10 or 15 seconds longer. They've saved a lot of heartbreak, I think. Her range is, yeah, it's there. That's fine. Now you arrive, okay. Okay, this is how the game's going. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Oh, I shouldn't have done that before her skill charged. I have to wait for it to charge, like a dingus. Oh. Figures. See, they're not perfectly in sync, which is the problem. See, the guy gets the hit off. I can't get them in sync to kill them properly, which is why my strategy of like keeping it at 1 health doesn't work. Doesn't work very well, unfortunately. But there you go. If you don't pick the 1 HP risk, that's how you can clear it. I hate myself. I just can't get them to sync with Weedy. I can't. I can't. And yeah, all the M3s here are very important. I say the masteries are more important than the levels, but I've been beaten with the lack of levels now, so I have nothing to say.